चारिपूर्णं स्तंभे अवतारस्तुमनन्यलभ्यं लक्ष्मीं सिंहं शरणं प्रपच्ये श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदये। ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ अस्मत्सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमते निगमहन्तमहादेशिकाय नमः। ओम श्रीरंगनाथ षडगोपेतिं दृष्टुं लक्ष्मीं नृसिंहशर्यत्करुणैकपात्रं श्रीरंगवीररघुराट् षडगोपहृज्यं वेदान्तदेशिकैतीन्द्रमहं प्रपच्ये। श्रीमते श्रीवंशगोपश्रीवेदान्तदेशिकैतीन्द्र महादेशिकाय नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मत्परमगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मत्सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः। नीलातुङ्गस्तनगिरिधरी सुप्तमुद्बोच्य कृष्णं पाराभ्यं संश्रुतिशतशरसिद्धमध्यापयन्ति स्वच्छिष्टायां सजनिगृतं याबलात् कृत्यपुङ्क्ते गोदा तस्यै नमिदमिदं भूये वास्तु भूयः। नायकनायनन्द गोपले कोयल कापाने पूर्ण तोयल कापाने। Oh yeah, yeah.
You are sleeping, so I didn't want to disturb you.
Narendra. நாயகனாய் குபடை கோயில் காப்பானே குருதோறும் தோரண வாயில் காப்பானே மணிக்கிழமை ஆயர்மிரோமுக்கு அரைப்பறை மாயன் மணிமன்னன் நிலைவாய் நேர்ந்தான் துயமாய் ஒன்றும் பாடுவான் வாயான் முன்னம் முன்னம் மாற்றாதே அம்மா நீ நிலைக்கிறோம் நிக்கலோடு எம்பாவாய். So now we are there on the 16th day.
Yesterday 16th on today 17th one. We had to cover 2 verses.
No, 1 second. Yesterday 16.
On Swamiji.
Right. Yesterday was 16th, 31st. Yesterday we didn't do.
This one, Swamiji.
Yesterday we did not do because of Nimmadwar motion, correct?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes, sir. I understand. Yeah, when you sent for a minute, I was not sure what you were telling. Okay, now I understand. Yes, sir. We'll quickly run them up.
Okay, sir.
So when you look at Goda Devi's 16th Pashram, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is there in Nandagopala's house in Vrindavan. She is addressing the chief of the security of Nandagopala's house because she wants to go inside. She is telling the security chief, sir, she is addressing very politely, sir, will you be kind enough to be our leader? That's it. She is flattering him. Why? You have to open this huge gold door studded with diamonds and is well secured with a big lock. Because our Nilameghavarna, the great Mayavi Sri Krishna, promised something, a good musical instrument that he will give us. Actually, what they thought, will Krishna give his flute? One day we will explain you that flute has a great history. That great history. Now Krishna treats us as little angels. He thinks we are little angels. We are very fortunate to be born in this very pious Nanda Gokulam. And also we came in a very pure condition. And we are singing the glories of Lord Krishna. See, Arambha Vignam. We have not started. But if you don't open the door, we'll be very disappointed. At least let our first effort to see Krishna be successful. So you yourself, may you kindly open the door. Let our Margashira Masa Vratam be completed properly. Now the question is, some people believe that if you start something and if you don't do it the next day, that job will never be done. Some people have that kind of a feeling. If you start something, don't do the second day, the job will never be complete. That's how some people believe. Now the other ones, if some people believe you start something, but it won't even take off. It's almost like the brakes are applied even at the takeoff itself. So what is the use? We want you to help us. We want you to be one among us. And we want to make sure that we will have an audience with Lord Krishna. If we have to have an audience with Lord Krishna, sir, it is very, very important. You must allow us to come in. And if you don't allow us to come in, there is no way we will have our desire fulfilled. Namely, to do a vratam for Krishna, and what next? To get him as our husband. They are very blunt. There is nothing else hiding. Godadevi in the very beginning itself said, Yaram the Kanna Yashoda Ilam Singam. Now comes the question. Nandagopala's house is nothing but Vaikuntham itself. Nothing but Vaikuntham. Because wherever there is Krishna, the Supreme Lord is there. That is, he is the Supreme Lord. Wherever he is, that becomes the temple. Even when he was there in the womb of Mother Devaki, all the Devi Devatas, including Brahma, Rudra, used to come to the jailhouse and do pradakshinam to her. Now, if that is, he is the Bhagavan, then where are all the Jivatmas? They all came as the 1 million cows of Nanda. Now, if you look at Vaikuntham, all those people who got liberated, either through Sharanagati or through Bhakti Yoga, they have only one thing. Sada Pashyanti Surayaha. They keep on enjoying Bhagavan. They keep on looking at Bhagavan. What pleasure they get. Nothing can be explained unless you experience it. It is almost like asking the question, how does the laddu taste? Who can describe it? We have to eat it and enjoy the taste. You have to eat it to enjoy the taste. If you don't eat it, then there's no way anybody can explain you how it looks like. Sada Pashyanti Surayaha. Nanda is actually very, very superior, even to so many Devi Devatas. Who will have that kind of a bhagyam? Who will have that kind of a bhagyam? Who will have that kind of a bhagyam to be with Krishna, bringing him up? Brahma, Indra do not have that kind of a bhagyam. That is why Arjuna says, Pashyami Devam Tava Devadehe Sarvam Sadha Bhuta Vishesha Sangham. All the Devi Devatas are there in the divine body of Lord Krishna. Just like ghee is hidden in butter, butter hidden in yogurt, yogurt hidden in milk. Every Devi Devata is there. Now this Nandagopa is so rich. He has a Navaratna Dwaram, studded with all diamonds, made with gold. With gods, over there Jai Vijayas, Nanda Sunandas. Now Lord Krishna is there staying here. Inside the house, that became a temple. Nandagurham is well protected. Lord Krishna himself is a Mayavi who can play tricks, but people don't understand. Yes, there are many demons. Putana, Shakatasura, Bakasura, Trunavarta, Aghasura, oh my God, so many came. To fight with whom? The little boy Krishna. Of course, not only the demons that came, and there are 16,000 gopikas who are craving to see Krishna. And these girls are daredevils, they will do anything to see Krishna. Politely they were asking the security guard, will you please open the door? Now, the door is so strong, even Vajrayudha, the thunderbolt in the hands of Indra, cannot break it. All because of Krishna's one word, that's all. Let everything be secured. That's it, nothing happens there. Let everything be secured, and that's it. As you know, Mayavi, Krishna was there in another house enjoying butter. That Gopika somehow caught Krishna, was literally holding Krishna by the hand and is dragging him to Yashoda. So that hand over to Yashoda, Yashoda will give him punishment. You may say, why can't that Gopika herself punish Krishna? No, it is against Dharma. If the child is not yours, you have no right to punish them. She could only drag Krishna to Yashoda and hand over to Yashoda and let Yashoda give the punishment, she thought. So she literally dragged Krishna by his hand. Now, Mayavi, Krishna created a scene that Gopika, to her great surprise, saw Krishna literally sitting in the lap of Yashoda. Not only sitting in the lap of Yashoda, trying to mesmerize Yashoda. And that's it. Yashoda was so overwhelmed with her maternal affection. Milk started swelling, and she literally dragged Krishna into her lap and was breastfeeding him. Now, why did Krishna create this whole scene? Because the other Gopika thought she was dragging Krishna to hand over to Yashoda. Now she got shocked. And Krishna was looking at her with his cunning eyes. See, you want to complain about me to my mother? Look, do you think my mother will ever believe you when I am sitting in her lap and enjoying her own milk? She got shocked. She got the shock of her life. To her great surprise, she looked at the Krishna that she was thinking she was holding and dragging. That child appeared as none other than her own son. Now she is in a great dilemma. Suppose I tell Yashoda, your son, I caught him red-handed in my house eating butter. But that Krishna is there sitting in the lap of Yashoda and taking her milk. The boy she was dragging is her own son. What will Yashoda do? Are you mad? Are you crazy? You better go and consult a doctor, she will say. She was just wonderstruck how this could happen. When she was literally holding Krishna by his hand and dragging him all the way from her house to Yashoda's house, how could the boy that is there, that she was dragging, disappear from her hand and sit in the lap of Yashoda? And how could her own son, whom she left in the house, was literally dragging her own son, Mayavi? Narada was perplexed. How is this Krishna managing 16,000 houses? Narada went house by house by house. He saw everyone. Guess what? Every house he saw Krishna. In one house, he was doing puja. Another house, Sanjyavandanam. Another house, naming ceremony for a child. Another house, getting the Upanayam for his son. Another house, getting his daughter married. Another house, sending his daughter to the in-laws' place. Narada was just perplexed. Came back and fell at the feet of Krishna and said, Krishna, your activities nobody can understand. Just, I think, so, one second. Sure. Just 1 second, Amma. Narena. So, this Mayavi, nobody can even understand. So the question in the mind of that Gopika was, did she drag her own son and mistake him for Krishna? Or is it some other fake child who is there in the lap of Yashoda? The only answer our great Acharya said was, both are Krishna only. Krishna was there in the hands of that Gopika whom she was dragging. Krishna was there sitting in the lap of Yashoda. But Krishna created an illusion, Mayavi, that the child the Gopika was dragging is none other than her own child. If Krishna can play tricks like this, who can compete with Krishna? There is no way anybody can compete with Krishna. That is why we call him Mayavi. That is why. Look at a simple fact. Everybody talks about magic. Can anybody match Krishna's magic? Can anybody match Krishna's magic? There was a small incident that was there. That is, when the Maya Zudam was played, the deceitful gambling that went on in the Kurusabha, Duryodhana is not an expert at playing the game, but he hired Shakuni to play on his behalf. He only financed the project. He only financed the project but did not play the game. Somebody thought Dharmaraja, even though he is an expert in playing, he could not match the tricks of Shakuni. Why not Dharmaraja also, Yudhishthira also request Krishna? Krishna, play on my behalf. Imagine what could have been the result. If Krishna played the game on behalf of Dharmaraja, what could have been the result? Nobody can even imagine. Can Shakuni win? Shakuni knows the greatness of Krishna. That is why he is called Mayavi. Now comes in the next Pashatam which we have to cover, which time permitting we'll do another time also. Ambarame Tannire Shore Aram Shayum Emberman Nanda Gopala Lindurai Kumanar Killam Kulunde Kulaveleke Embermati Yashoda Irurai Ambaramudu Tungu Lagalanda Umber Gomani Uranga Dilindirai Shambarikale Chelva Pradeva Umbium Urangelo Embavai. Now, after getting the clearance from the doorkeeper, Godadevi is coming to Nanda, Yashoda, Balarama, etc. Hey Nanda Gopala, you are so famous for donating abundance of wealth, clothes, drinking water, food. All are done not for expecting any fame or name, only out of his charity. No expectations in return. She is begging, hey Nanda Gopala, please wake up our Lord Krishna. Oh Yashoda, you are the leader. With an impeccable pativratyam and an abundance of affection for Krishna, you are like a shining lamp for this entire Gokulam. Will you please wake up our Lord Krishna? Then she is saying, hey Supreme Lord Krishna, when you came as Vamana, took 3 feet of land and became Trivikrama and went all the way, your foot all the way went up to the Brahmaloka. It looks as though you have just tore open the entire sky. May we beg you, Krishna, no more sleeping, enough, enough, enough. Please wake up, Krishna. Hey Balarama, you and your brother Lord Krishna, with the beautiful gold anklets, should no longer be sleeping and be pleased to consider our prayers. Bless us, Krishna, to complete this Margashira Masa Vratam during this nice Dhanurmasam. Now here is a small point of interest to all of you, those who are listening. You may not like it. Generally, you should not keep gold on your feet. So we as human beings Those people who want to follow some religious principles will not use gold as for anklets. Gold is Mahalakshmi Swarupam. You should not keep Mahalakshmi Swarupam on your feet, however rich you may be. Only silver is allowed, not gold. So where gold is allowed to be at the feet, only for Lord Krishna. Why? Mahalakshmi herself says, Koradevanu Ramakanta Lalamambu, O Rajanyanik Vasima Navarane Janminchane Mohamal. In Rukmini Kalyanam, she says, Krishna, am I the only one falling for you? Come on, Krishna, even that great Mahalakshmi. She wanted you and you and you only as her husband. So that Mahalakshmi wanted to have just a small place at his feet. That is the reason why they say, if you ask for a small space at Krishna's feet, you will end up being on his chest. That is the greatness of humility. Mahalakshmi is a humility personified, all virtues personified. She asked for a little space at Lord Krishna's feet. Krishna gave her the greatest bhagyam of always being on his chest. So only Mahalakshmi can have gold anklets, or Krishna can have gold anklets, but not other people. Yes, sir.
Can you have this phone with you?
Oh, sure.
Simple phone.
Okay.
With your control.
Just keep it here.
Yeah.
No problem.
Whenever they want to light or share something.
No problem. Is everything okay?
Everything is okay. Yeah.
You're tired.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to. So it's final soon. Can I take one bottle of?
Come on, sir. You don't need permission. They're in the open. I'm not putting a shop there. They are not in a, what do you call, a dollar coin or anything. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. I'll just finish this.
Yeah, sure.
Just 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure, fine.
So now, she is waking up everyone. Now she is asking, hey, Balarama, you and your brother, with wonderful, beautiful gold anklets, you should not be sleeping. Now comes, there is a little change in protocol here. She woke up Nanda, Yashoda, Krishna and Balarama. What is this? Should she not wake up Balarama and then Krishna? So, until tomorrow, keep thinking, why she did not wake up Balarama ahead of Krishna? She was she was following the same order. She was waking up Nanda, then Yashoda. Then she woke up Krishna directly, not Balarama. So why the protocol was a little bit changed? Think of it. Distributing clothes, water, food by Nanda is known to all over the world. That's why when you want to give something, you know what they say. If somebody is there suffering, give them food, give them clothes, give them water. Don't give them money. Because money can lead them to unnecessary sinful activities. Now comes, these are not only applicable to Nanda. Actually, she is praising Lord Krishna himself. Krishna, you are so famous for giving the clothes. Draupadi Vastraparanam. You gave thousands and thousands of saris to Draupadi, clothes. Krishna, you gave water. When Durvasa came for lunch, when Pandavas were in the Vanavasam, it is Lord Krishna who just had one speck of rice from the Akshaya Patra given to Yudhishthira, Dharmaraja by the Surya, and made everyone feel full. So food and water, Krishna provided so much. Now could you see in all these cases, it is Draupadi who is involved. Clothes, Draupadi Vastraparanam. Food and water. Dharmaraja did not know what to do. Durvasa with 10,000 of his disciples came and asked for lunch and said, I'll just go to the river, have my shower, have my bath and then come. Dharmaraja went to Draupadi not knowing what to do. Draupadi begged for forgiveness and said she just completed her lunch and cleaned up the Akshaya Patra, and once the hostess completes her lunch and cleans the Patra, no more food available for the day, only the next day. Why? Aharahar Vaikshnamashniyath. Only 1 meal a day. They never ate more than 1 meal a day. Of course, a good meal. Anyway, so again, Draupadi prayed to Krishna. Krishna, Sakha, Krishna Sakha appeared, created one speck of rice somewhere in a corner of the Akshaya Patra, asked Draupadi to give it to him, ate, and said, Trupta Smaha. Ah, full, I'm so full, Draupadi. And started burping Krishna. He started burping here and said, so full. Durvasa and his 10,000 disciples over there taking bath felt they're so full and they also started burping. And they were afraid. When our stomachs are so full and we are burping, if we go to Yudhishthira and don't eat anything, he will feel bad. So they went away from there itself. It is during Vamanavatar, the Supreme Lord Simanarayana, occupying the whole world with one foot, went up to the Brahmaloka, which is another foot. And if you want to do Dhanam, do Salagrama Dhanam. Salagrama is also called Sri Murti. Sri Murti. The best of the best Dhanam you can have. Remember, in ordinary Dhanams, you come to the temple and you give $10 to a worthy person. You get the punyam of giving $10 donation. But you give a Salagrama Dhanam to a worthy person. You get the same punyam. And the person who is receiving the Salagrama will also get the same punyam. That is the only case where both the person who is donating and the person who is receiving are both blessed. That is why Salagrama Dhanam is considered as the greatest one. Now, Ambarame Tannire. That Ambaram is having another meaning also. Sky. Ambaram means sky. Ambaram means clothes. Pita Ambaram. Pita, yellow. Ambaram, clothes. Ambarat Ambudherva Dhara Nidyan Sidikamadikam Vanchitanam Vasunam. Ambarat, from the sky. You remember, I hope, in Sristati. So, where is it mentioned? Chandogya Upanishad says, where that Krishna is there as Paramatma. Adha yat idam asmin brahma pure daharam undarikam veshma daharaha asmin antara kasha. Just 2 minutes. అవును వెళ్ళలేదా?
లేదు వాళ్ళిద్దరు కొంచెం పోయాను.
So that Supreme Lord is there as Antaryami, Krishna, Paripurnakama, in the Daharakasham. He is there as Paramatma in the Daharakasham. I hope I showed you in a Salagrama also. Within our heart, they say between the two ventricles, there's a little bit of empty space, looking like a sky. Daharakasham. Daharaha asmin antarakasha. Antarakashastaha. Antarakashastaha. In that space, Bhagavan is there. So we cannot say where Godadevi got all this knowledge at a tender age. That is the what Krishna says. If you have enough, of course she doesn't need punya karma. She is Bhudevi herself. If you are fortunate enough to be born in such religious or orthodox families, Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashto Vijayate Adhava Yoginameva Kule Bhavati Dhimatam. So constantly listening to the discourses, to her father's upanyasams, or to her father's casual explanations, she knew everything. Now, Yashoda. Yashoda is considered as a bright lamp. Why she is called as a bright lamp? Because she is Ajnana lamp. What does a lamp do? it will dispel darkness. What is darkness? Ajnanam, ignorance. And Yashoda, the dispeller of our Ajnanam, the darkness of Ajnanam. By showing, how can she drive away darkness? If there is a light. And what is the light Yashoda is having? Unimaginable Vatsalya Bhavam. No one had that kind of a bhagyam of having that Vatsalya Bhavam as much as Yashoda had. And we all can practice. But the problem is, people get attracted to other things, losing Krishna. It is almost like a small child who knows only a quarter can go into the slot and press a button and get the chewing gum. He is throwing away a $100 bill because he cannot put a $100 bill into the slot machine and get her chewing gum. We are like that. When Krishna is available even in any of the four ways, Dasi Bhavam, Sakya Bhavam, Vatsalya Bhavam, Madhurya Bhavam, we only go for cheap material fulfillments. Krishna, give me money, give me car, give me wealth, give me wife, give me husband, give me children. So that is Ajnanam. Please, high time. Make up your mind. Attach yourself to Krishna in whatever way you feel like or you are comfortable with. Namely, Dasya Bhavam, Sakya Bhavam, Vatsalya Bhavam, Madhurya Bhavam. Nobody can force anything on you. You have to choose what you want. And that Krishna will reciprocate exactly as you deal with him. Krishna, the Supreme Lord, will never, never, never ignore you. He never ignored any devotee, even if they are most ugliest of the ugliest looking Kubja. Why do you think Krishna will not fulfill your desires? Balarama sanctified the womb of Devaki, Adisesha. And after that only Krishna entered the womb of Devaki. And of course after Krishna, Subhadra. Lord Krishna is there in everyone's heart. How do you know? Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridesh Arjuna Tishtati. That Supreme Lord Krishna is there, Ishvara, as Paramatma in everyone's heart. Now, Adisesha has reappeared here as Balarama, Nityashuri, a never liberated soul. They never took birth because of karma. He is also called Ananta. Shayya Asanam. When Krishna is there, when Sriman Narayana wants to lie down, Adisesha becomes the bed. When Krishna wants to sit, he becomes the chair. And when Krishna is there walking, he becomes the umbrella. And that very same Ananta became Lakshmana and accompanied Rama wherever he went. In Treta Yuga, the same Adisesha became Balarama and accompanied Krishna. There is a slight difference. Whatever services Lakshmana rendered to Rama in Treta Yuga, Bhagavan doesn't keep anything. He has to give 10 times more than that. What we know as Lakshmana served Rama, 10 times more than that, Krishna served Balarama, this time making him his elder brother. That is the greatness of Krishna. Literally, Krishna used to go to Balarama's house and wash his feet and take tirtham. That much of respect he has given to an elder brother. And of course, in Kali Yuga, the same Adisesha came as Bhagavad Ramanuja. Please be fortunate. Today is still the New Year day. Take a good resolution. Make a good resolution if you have not already done so. I don't know. I see some if new people, Garima and Dilip. Maybe I will see afterwards. So what is most important is, can you realize the Paramatma within you? How? When you develop that pure love for Krishna. How? When you drive away all our negativity from our heart. How? By doing Sharanagati. Why the negativity comes? Because of Maya. Daivi Hesha Gunamai Maya Durachaya. How can you drive away Maya? Mam evaya prapadyante Maya metam karante. Why we are not doing it? Our karma did not come to fructification. How do we get over our karma fructification? Go back to Prahlada. Akinchana Vaishnavangri Samsthana Rajobhishiktaha Samhrata Karmaha. If somebody wants to Get rid of their unfortunate karma. Take the dust from the feet of pure Bhagavatas and keep it on your head. The dust from the feet of pure Bhagavatas can wipe out all your karma. Why do you think people go to the temples and do prostration? Even ladies don't prostrate, but they bend their knees and then you make sure your forehead touches the ground. If Bhagavatas have come to the temple and walked, the dust from their feet would have fallen there. And when you bow down or when you prostrate, your forehead touches the ground and the dust from their feet would have stuck to your head, and that's how you overcome karma. It's just now reverse the process. Take the dust from the feet of Bhagavatas, your karma will go away. Your karma has gone away, you go to an Acharya. You do Sharanagati. You are not under the jurisdiction of Maya. You are not under the jurisdiction of Maya, therefore Arishad Vargas, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsariyas are driven out. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsariyas are driven out. Your heart is pure. Your heart becomes pure. Krishna comes and stays there and will prove his Vedic saying, Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam hridesya arjuna tishtati. You understand, Amma? All right, Amma.
Yes, sir.
I had to go for Shayanotsavam. We will definitely go through, Amma. Okay, Narayana. And this is 7 o'clock business, 7:15. We had because of the Adhyanotsavam. Adhyanotsavam is over. So, Sadashiva, you can check with Vasudha and other people who are listening, who are